Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Osaka and I'm super excited and thrilled you're here today. Before we jump into the video, it would mean a lot if you could hit the like button and subscribe. Your support goes a long way in helping me to continue to create quality content. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you're always up to date with my latest uploads. And if you're into fun merch, check out Osaka Doll merch for some stylish gear and fun accessories. The link's in the description below. Thanks so much for being here and let's get started. Today I will be telling you a short story that I made up that I call Evil vs. Kids. With that being said, let us begin. When I was in elementary school, we used to play by the riverbank near the schoolyard, telling stories and making up challenges. One day we got especially into telling scary stories. "My name's Yuki and I've got a real story for you," I said, leaning in. "You all seen that creepy doll in the science room, right? Well, some say the doll displayed in the science room comes to life at night and runs around the school. I inform my friends. Skylar says, mockingly, "Scary." Billy responds, "Really?" Mr. Yamato shakes his head as he says, Nah, that's gotta be a lie." Skylar says as he crosses his arms, "Then how about we sneak into the school tonight and check it out?" That's how the conversation went. The crew was me, Skylar, Billy, and Mr. Yamato. The four of us. The school's front entrance was locked, and we couldn't get in. Back then, school security wasn't as tight as it is now. In fact, it was a time when even ordinary houses hardly ever locked their doors. At midnight, pretending to have gone to bed, we sneaked out from under our futons and gathered at the school grounds. As expected, the door next to the gym was open. We sneaked in quietly. The school at night was unexpectedly dark and eerily silent, a stark contrast to the daytime. Only the streetlights shining through the windows and the green glow of emergency lights, along with the red lamp of the emergency call button, could be relied on. Everyone brought their indoor shoes, right? I asked the crew. Skylar smirks as he holds up his shoes. "Of course, can't go in with our outdoor shoes, we'd get scolded," while Mr. Yamato rubs the back of his neck before saying, I only brought my outdoor shoes." Billy giggles. "Oh, Mr. Yamato. Well, it can't be helped." Skylar pats Mr. Yamato on the back. "It's okay for Mr. Yamato. You're just an old man after all." Then let's let a laugh, and Mr. Yamato laughs back nervously. Funny Sky. Everyone except Mr. Yamato changed into their indoor shoes. Then we entered the gym and walked through the corridor and headed towards the school building. Straight ahead and up the stairs, the infamous human model was in the second floor science room. We tiptoed down the pitch-dark hallway towards the science room, whispering to each other, if only we had a flashlight, but it was too late for regrets. The science room came into view. We slowly slid open the door and peeked inside. Thanks to the street lights shining through the window, we could see somewhat clearly. Looking around, Skylar asks, "Where's that doll?" I'm getting scared. Rolling his eyes, Billy replies, "It's in the front, silly. Has to be on one of the shelves or something." Mr. Yamato looks near the teacher's closet near the shelves. It's not there." Indeed, the human model was missing. Maybe it had been put away. Just then, we were startled by a voice from behind. "Hey there! Are you looking for me?" We all turned to look and scream. Ha! There stood the human model, its eyes moving wildly as it spoke to us. Skylar's face goes pale. Run! Billy turns to run quickly. "No way! It's true! Let's get out to here!" Frozen in fear, Mr. Yamato starts to shake. "No, stay away from us!" His eyes locked on the doll. Because we were attacked from behind, we initially ran into the science room. Where do you think you're going? The doll says in a mocking voice, quickly closing in. Half human, half exposed muscles and organs, it approached us with a clanking sound. Hurry! I screamed as we ran to the opposite door, rushed out into the hallway, and fled. Wait! Don't run from me, the doll says as it pursued us. No! No! Ouch! Mr. Yamato cries out as he trips. He's not very athletic, probably got his feet tangled, but we couldn't afford to go back for him. The doll was almost upon us. Skylar calls out to Mr. Yamato as he continues to run. Get up quickly! Hurry! Panicking to open the exit door, Billy cries out. It's catching up, I don't want to die. I help Billy open the door as I cry out, hurry! Come on, everyone! Run! It wasn't until we exited the hall that we noticed we had left Mr. Yamato behind. We made it to the exit next to the gym, but Mr. Yamato still didn't show up. We waited for a while in fear, but after a while we got worried and scared. He's bigger and stronger than us. He'll manage on his own, I said, and Skylar and Billy agreed. So after 30 minutes, we left Mr. Yamato behind and hurried home. And so our night of adventure ended. The next morning, too scared to go to school after what had happened, I was trying to fake being sick to skip school. Suddenly, there was a knock at my room door. That's when my mom barged into my room. Hey, you're off school today. Seems like something happened. Got off a phone call with your teacher, Miss Sato, Mom said, confused. Wait, what happened? I asked, pretending not to know, even though I had a guess, still under my covers holding the blanket to my chest. My mom steps closer. I don't know, but they said school's closed for the day. Just then, our home phone started ringing. It seemed to be a call from my classmate's mom. I listened to my mom's voice as she had gone to the hall to answer the call. Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. Hamada, Yuki's mom. Yes, I was just informed the school was closed but was not told why. Oh my, that is terrible. Really? No way. Do they know who? Was anyone else? Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Thank you. Mom's face was so worried and saddened. I called out to her, and she returned to my bedroom. She cleared her throat as if thinking of what to say. I watched my mom blankly. Mom, what's up? Did you find out anything? I asked, nervously. She looks at me. Well, Mom sighs. There was a murder at the school. Seems like a homeless man snuck into the school last night and was found dead. It is so terrible. The police are all over the place now. The school is a crime scene and will be closed till further notice. Mom replied, her voice cracking in shock. Deep down, I knew it was Mr. Yamato. He didn't make it out. I pulled the blanket over my head and shivered. Mr. Yamato was a homeless guy living on the river bank. He was our friend and we left him behind. Skylar, Billy and I became friends with him while playing on the river bank. Unlike other adults, he wasn't scary at all, and although a bit smelly, he loved to play, just like us kids. Poor Mr. Yamato must have been caught and killed by the ghost of the human model. The news even covered it the next day. A reporter was screaming from the scene. Last night at XX Elementary School in OO Ward, a man who had illegally entered the school was found dead. The janitor of the school discovered the body and reported it to the police. The deceased man was carrying no identification, and identification might take some time. The reporter continued, furthermore, due to severe damage to the body, the police cannot rule out foul play and are treating it as a murder case. Investigation is difficult. as, despite clear footprints indicating entry through the door next to the gym, no suspicious footprints other than the victims were found. That's all from the scene. Only the victims' footprints were found. Of course, we kids had changed into our indoor shoes, which would blend in with the many footprints of other students. Plus, a doll wouldn't leave footprints or fingerprints. I never imagined seeing my school on TV. I called Skylar and Billy, suggesting we meet at the riverbank where Mr. Yamato used to be. The police were already swarming around the tent on the riverbank. The TV said the victim was unidentified, but it was clear he was homeless, and if there were homeless people near the school, it had to be by the riverbank. It was only a matter of time before the police figured it out, and they seemed to be conducting a neighborhood investigation. We discussed what to do from a distance. Skylar's eyes were red due to crying during the day and lack of sleep. What should we do? Should we tell the police? Billy sighs, feeling scared and guilty, but we might get in trouble for sneaking into the school at night. And we left Mr. Yamato behind. His death might be our fault, I replied. Skylar shakes his head. No, I don't want that. Skylar started crying. He was our friend, and he protected us. Now, he is gone. Billy pats Skylar's shoulder. Don't cry, we can try and go. We'll take revenge for Mr. Yamato. I reply. How? Can we really defeat that monster? Skylar, the youngest of us, replies as he wipes his face. I'm scared. How can we? We are just kids. It's simple. It comes to life at night. During the day, it's just a doll, right? Billy says, right. We'll take it down during the day, as he looks at Skylar and me. Skylar dries his eyes, but it's a cursed doll. What if it just comes back together at night, even if we take it apart? Looking at Billy and Skylar, I see. So how to put an end to it for good? I ask. Thinking out loud, Skylar says, hitting it won't work, cutting it won't work. Billy crosses his arms as he replies, boiling it, roasting it won't work either. I guess. Did you just say roast? Roasting, maybe roasting is the way to go. I ask as I look at Billy. Skylar raises his brow. Yeah, it's made of plastic. It should burn well. Billy thinks for a moment. But we'd set the school on fire. Okay, let's have a strategy meeting tonight. Skylar and I nod and reply. Roger. We regrouped at the riverbank after the police had left to plan our attack on the ghost of the human model. After school the next day, we carried out our plan. There was a storeroom at the back of the gym with an emergency stretcher in a locker, perfect for transporting the doll. Carefully, we borrowed the stretcher and headed to the second-floor science room. We made it to the science room without anyone noticing. The annoying human model was standing there looking innocent, as if you don't walk around at night. This stand is just for show. I say to myself, as I study the stand for a moment. Sure enough, the screws holding the model to the stand were easily removed by hand. Pinching his nose, Skylar says, "It stinks in here." Billy makes a face as the scent hits him. Now that you mention it, yuck. It's the doll. The doll stinks. I reply as I took out a sheet from my sports bag, borrowed from home. We wrapped the smelly doll in the sheet to hide its creepy appearance as much as possible. The smell was somewhat less noticeable after wrapping it in the sheet. Then we placed it on the stretcher and secured it. All that was left was to quickly carry it outside. Skylar ran ahead as a scout to check for teachers or other obstacles, while Billy and I carried the front and back of the stretcher, navigating the difficult stairs easily and making our way outside. Some students saw us and laughed, but that was nothing new. It's surprisingly heavy for a doll. That's when Billy says from behind, "Hey, there's blood seeping through." I say as I noticed the floor as I looked back, seeing that blood was starting to soak through the white sheet wrapping the doll. We were terrified but kept running. Eventually, we could see the riverbank. "Hey! Over here!" Skylar calls to us in a whisper. Homeless men were waving at us. Skylar had honestly told them about Mr. Yamato's death the previous night and asked for their help in defeating the monster. A wooden structure had been set up on the riverbank, surrounded by the homeless men. We finally managed to deliver the stretcher there. My legs felt like cramping and my hands hurt, might have blistered. "Is that the monster doll?" one of the homeless men asked. "Yeah, look. Blood is seeping through the sheet. It's dangerous." Another homeless man replies. The men swallowed nervously. "All right, let's burn it with the sheet on," they said, and several of them carried the wrapped doll into the wooden structure. "It's damn heavy." Someone had lamp fuel which they poured on the sheet and then lit it with a 100 yen lighter. With a booming sound, fire quickly spread. It looked like a campfire. The entire sheet was engulfed in flames. Then, screams came from inside the sheet. Suddenly a loud scream comes from the doll. "No, I will get you all. Let me out. I will kill each and every one of you." The wrapped doll thrashed in the flames. Whoa, we all backed away. Eventually, as the burning sheet tore open, the doll's face began to emerge, blackened and melting, staring at us with glaring eyes. The doll's hands tore through the sheet from the inside. Then, legs appeared, dripping molten drops like coal tar, as the doll emerged from the burning sheet, smoke billowing out. Something heavy dropped from the doll's belly in front of us. The flaming doll slowly climbed the burning structure, intending to escape. Everyone backed away, some even ran. Finally, the doll fell from the top of the structure, its tangled legs coming off. But it propped itself up with its arms, glaring at us. "I won't let you escape," the doll said, pursuing us with its upper body ablaze. Billy rushes back. "Whoa, let's get out of here." Everyone scattered in different directions, but it seemed to target me. Clanking loudly, it chased me with incredible speed. I ran desperately through the riverbank. The dry grass caught fire wherever the pursuing doll passed. Eventually, the doll's speed decreased. The melted, sticky resin got tangled with the grass, immobilizing it. The doll stood in the middle of the riverbank, emitting black smoke, its terrifying face momentarily visible. It no longer moved. It seemed we had won against the doll, but the fire continued to spread uncontrollably through the riverbank grass. Skylar cries out to me, "Hey, run fast. Hurry, Yuki." Billy pulls on Skylar. "We need to leave now. Run." I could hear my friends shouting. Damn, now I was the one being abandoned. Was I going to die here, engulfed in flames? I couldn't see through the smoke. Then I heard a voice. "This way, you'll be safe." It was Mr. Yamato's voice. I ran towards it. I just kept running. I managed to escape to a fire-free area. I fell to my knees, shaking and out of breath. "Mr. Yamato, thank you, and I am so sorry for not being able to save you." I apologized, crying. Someone must have called them because fire trucks soon arrived at the riverbank to start extinguishing the fire. We ran away. The fire was eventually deemed to have spread from a campfire made by the homeless people, and they were taken elsewhere, but nobody mentioned us or the doll. The police returned to the school. A theft report was filed for the missing human model from the science room. That doll worth about 500,000 yen. I overheard a teacher lamenting. These incidents were reported as separate events. The homeless man murder at school and the riverside fire accident, the human model theft didn't make it to the newspapers. Better pretend I don't know anything, I say to Billy and Skylar. Also, a new ghost story had been added to our school. Sometimes there were inexplicably smelly places, supposedly haunted by the ghost of a homeless person. Looks like Mr. Yamato decided to stay at the school, sighs Billy. Skylar looks to Billy, then he's not homeless anymore. Billy nods and pats Skylar's shoulder. Very true, true, true indeed. Hey, does it smell here? I ask, looking towards Billy and Skylar. Skylar and Billy smile, and both say in sync, Mr. Yamato is here. We all smile and giggle, missing our friend, but feeling happy knowing he is still here to protect us, and so, our adventure truly came to an end. As for Skylar, Billy and I, we tried telling our story at first, however no one believes us, they just think we all made it up, maybe it's better that way. The end. Thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you found it engaging and insightful. If you enjoyed the content, please consider showing your support by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Your feedback is what keeps me motivated to keep creating valuable content for you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. I'm Osaka and I can't wait to see you again soon. Until then, take care. Thank you so much. I truly love your support and I'll see you next time.